Alright, here's the recap of the whole series. On September 21st, 1823, Joseph Smith claims the angel Moroni visited him and told him about an ancient record buried in a hillside. On September 22nd, 1827, Joseph Smith would finally be able to extract this record, golden plates, from which he would later translate the Book of Mormon, which would be published in March of 1830. The Book of Mormon documents two ancient transoceanic voyages of people who looked forward to the birth and mortal ministry of Jesus Christ. One of these voyages happened during the time of Ziggurat Babel. The other happened around 600 BC before the Babylonian invasion of Jerusalem and the Persian takeover. Now the key takeaway here is that if the Book of Mormon is authentically ancient, it confirms that Christianity is authentically original and not just the result of surrounding cultures. Because the people in the Book of Mormon looking forward to the birth and mortal ministry of Jesus Christ would have isolated themselves from the surrounding cultures of Mesopotamia and the Middle East. Additionally, the Book of Mormon records a visit from the resurrected Jesus Christ to the inhabitants of the ancient Americas who wrote the Book of Mormon, confirming the actual being of Jesus Christ as a person and not simply a myth. Critics of the authenticity of the Book of Mormon point to similarities in earlier published works, dismissing it as a 19th century forgery for those similarities. Despite differences so radical, the Book of Mormon spawns its own unique form of Christianity.
Ironically, Christians will attack the Mormons for being unchristian, for not being real Christians, and yet the Mormons brought back baptism for the dead. So the Mormons, in that one ritual, are actually closer to the original Christian church than the Christians who condemn them as being unchristian.
And ironically, the same reasoning used to dismiss the Book of Mormon's authenticity will be the same reasoning that proves its ancient authenticity.
George Smith would ignite a firestorm that would shake the very foundations of religious belief forever. The year was 1872. Smith hunched over clay tablets from Nineveh, meticulously pieced together fragments of what appeared to be long-forgotten story. Gods displeased by humanity's wickedness, a great flood drowning all life, a single righteous man chosen by divine command to build a vessel to survive the catastrophe. But this wasn't the story of Noah. This was the epic of Gilgamesh, and it predated the book of Genesis by more than 1,000 years. Ironically, what began as an attempt to authenticate biblical narratives through archaeology was now threatening the very foundations of biblical uniqueness. The Bible, supposedly divinely revealed, had borrowed extensively from polytheistic pagan cultures? Each tablet unearthed from ancient sands drove another nail into the coffin of biblical originality, revealing a truth that religious authorities found intolerable.